from the evil pretend. Then we will sing and dance for the world to know you are our God. I believe. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a JUL Biafra. Let your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a JUL Biafra. Let your kingdom come.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you're domicile. Good morning to everybody. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Iyke. I hail from Nnewi province of Biafra land. We're broadcasting live from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, currently a prisoner of conscience incarcerated by the DSS. Keeping him there for doing nothing, but you know something, we are resolute. We will get to our quest. Our quest is for freedom, and freedom is all we're going to get. Before we proceed, customarily we have to pray. Let's call on our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to lead us in prayer. Please let us pray.
Without whom we cannot function, and unto him we give every honor and every adoration wherever you are. I will ask you, if you are in the spirit, to remain so. If you are outside the spirit, we ask you to come into it. Because what we are preaching from here is a gospel of redemption, as directed by JUL himself in heaven. And this very gospel, we must preach it. Therefore, we must pray. We give thanks unto thee, O Elohim, for there is none like thee. There can never be any like thee. You are the beginning and the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Our lives are in the palm of your hands. We commit all that we are unto thee. We have come as the ancients did before us, as our ancestors did before we came, to offer praise and adoration unto your holy name and no other. For we do not worship any idol. We do not worship anything born of a human being. We do not worship anything carved out of a tree. We do not bow down before anything molded with the hands of men. It is only thee that we worship. That is why we have come this very evening on this hallowed platform that you yourself created, to offer you unadulterated praise and to hand over to thee all that we can ever become, because Biafra is yours. This very family of IPOB, you molded yourself. You decreed that IPOB must come, and now that we have come, that we may worship thee, O Elohim, please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, and you will bless me, and you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. now and forevermore we pray. Ise, Ise, Ise.
There be light, in every dark corner of your life. Let there be light, the light of Jesus shines. All the demons believe in the presence of His light. Let there be light, light, never dark corner of your life. Let there be light, the light of Jesus shines. All the darkness flee in the presence of His light. Oh, let there be light, light, oh, light, never dark tunnel of your life. Let there be light, the light of Jesus shines. All the darkness flee in the presence of His light. Let there be light, light, never dark corner of your life. Let there be light, the light of Jesus shines. All the demons flee in the presence of His light. And there was light. Let there be light. And there was light. In your trouble and your sorrow, let there be light. When you're going through sickness, there was light. Oh, when your family, in your life, in your school, there was light. Let there be light. In the darkness now, let there be light. Family, in your school, let there be light. Let there be
Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
We are not like other people, because as I once reminded you before we came, there was nobody like us. Now that we are here, they pretend, they copy, they emulate, they fabricate falsehood, but they can never be like us. Long after we are gone, they will wish we lived forever. IPOB is very special, exceptionally special, the largest mass movement in the whole world bar none. And we did it because Chukwokika Biama is with us. We did it because Chukwokika Biama created IPOB himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist, because we are not stopping. I am Nnamdi Kanu, and I don't stop until I get what I want.
One more time, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you're domiciled, and a happy birthday to America. Today is the 4th of July. It's actually a day that was celebrated, founding of this great country. One more time, I say happy birthday to America. All right, we are here this morning, and don't forget that our campaign, our British BBC calling has been extended. It had ended, but it's been extended, so it doesn't stop you from making your calls. We are still doing the same thing until Biafra is restored. They will not leave us alone. We will not leave them alone. We don't have no guns, no bullets to shoot anybody, but we have a radio. We have a radio that means to talk to the world, to listen to us and pay attention to what we are saying. Whatever they are doing in the zoo that they call election or whatever it is, please, has absolutely nothing to do with us. Our quest is freedom. Freedom is our goal. We don't really care about what they are doing. Whatever they are doing, that is their own cup of tea. It has nothing to do with us. We are not telling you what to do, but what we know is that if you are a true Biafran, you should not be distracted from whatever is happening there, because this whole thing for me is a distraction. They want to get your eyes off the ball because they think they are scared. They are afraid of IPOB. I'm telling you the truth. They are so scared. They are very, very afraid. They don't really know what they are doing anymore. They are running up and down, going to London, talking to people, going to Newsburg and talking to whatever news media that are willing to listen, and telling them that the reason why there's no more gas and petrol coming to them in the was because IPOB is blowing up a pipeline. Everything is IPOB. I'm telling you, everything, every single thing that happens. If you quarrel with your wife, it's IPOB. If somebody beat up your child in school, it's IPOB. But keep on calling us. It is not going to stop us. This generation have sworn to bring Biafra, and that is what we are precisely going to do, whether they like it or they don't like it. Our leader made it very clear in court. We want everybody should be calm. Yes. When there's a case, a friend of mine even boasted my face. He said, listen, come on, you know that was he saying. If we have a case, me and my wife, and I see that I'm losing, all I need to do is probably accuse her of what she didn't do. And then that will divert attention to what we'll be talking about, to take away our attention from the issue. So our leader said, be calm. That's why I'm here. I am here to make sure that Biafra comes, and it will come. Yes. We know many people will die. Already people are dying anyway. But freedom is not easy. Nothing good comes easy. According to one of the singers, nothing good comes easy. I know that. I think Bongo Sikwe, yes, it's nothing good comes easy. And that he knows that. So we all know that nothing good comes easy. It's not going to be easy, but in the end, Biafra will be here. Whatever is happening today is a process. We are going through a process that had been ordained by Chukwuemeka Biama. My warning is still this: do not get involved in whatever they are doing in the zoo, because it's not your business. Our business is Biafra and Biafra. That's what we are going to get.
Biafrans, do not be distracted. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, are not interested in the zoo politics. Freedom is our goal, and freedom is all that we will get very soon.
Yep, very soon we'll get that. That's what we want, and that's what we're going to get, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of all the running around that, it's okay. It's okay to be active, but the truth is, we are not going to be distracted. We are the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and what we are caring towards is our freedom. There is nothing politics has to do with us. They can call themselves whatever they want. They can continue with whatever they are doing. That has nothing to do with us. Our quest, if they are smart enough, maybe they will just conduct a referendum on that day, and then let us decide on where we want to go. Everybody will decide. Referendum is not only for Biafrans, it's for the entire thing that they call Nigeria, that the British people put in together. Let them for once sit down and say, you know what? We are sick and tired of this. This is what we want. And we were going to honorably respect whatever they want. But if you think you can still continue with the old regime, the old thing that you've imposed, you started imposing from our fathers till today, it's not going to work. I'm telling you the truth. It is not going to work, and it will never work, no matter what you do.
Biafra, worldwide phone call campaign alert continues. BBC, a propaganda machine and racist media set up by the Great Britain to oppress the oppressed people of Biafra. BBC, your media war propaganda of 1967 that led to the genocide of over 3.5 million Biafrans, men, women, and children, did not stop us. Do you know why? Because we are the sons and daughters of the great lion from the tribe of Biafra. Our minds are made up. Your shenanigans, antics, and fake gutter media will not stop us either. We must and shall restore Biafra. Biafra worldwide phone call campaign alert continue. Now pay close attention. Be polite when you call BBC and use the following prompt when you call. Hello, my name is. You tell them your name. I am calling to ask about BBC policy of propaganda against the victims of genocide. Since you are obsessed with telling lies about Biafrans, here are 5 more questions to consider. Now, this is the question to ask BBC. We are witnesses to BBC racist coverage of terrorism, implying that black Africans' lives don't matter. Yet the same BBC rallies the whole world at the slightest terrorist incident in the United Kingdom. Here is the second question. But when it comes to Nigeria, BBC not only hides terrorist killings, but they slander the victims and survivors of terrorism and genocide. The third one. When will the grand patrons of lies and hypocrisy, the BBC Fake News Network, make a documentary about the daily slaughtering of Nigerians by Fulani terrorists and the government of Nigeria, whom you protect, so that London may plunder Biafran's resources? The fourth question. Is the oil and gas of Biafra the reason that BBC is obsessed and terrified by the agitation for freedom by the victims of 400 years of British colonial thievery and crimes against humanity? And the fifth one, we call on the good people of the world to ask BBC and UK government why it aids and abates the genocide in Nigeria by spreading lies, propaganda, and disinformation against Biafran freedom fighters. BBC, we know that you are United Kingdom government agents of imperialism with no modicum of shame. Take down your wicked fake documentary against the victims of genocide and stop your sadistic meddling in the lives of black Africans. Now pay close attention. This is the time to call BBC. You can call them 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Biafran time. Days 4th of July to 30th of September 2022. Now grab your pen and paper and pay close attention. You can call BBC switchboard on this number +44 2087 438,000. I repeat, +44 208 743 8,000. Or you can tweet at BBC News. You can also call BBC Customer Service +44 3700 100 342. I repeat, +44 3700 100 342. Or you can also tweet at BBC Press. I have not finished. You can also call BBC Studios Limited +44 208 433 2000. I repeat, +44 208 433 2000. You can also email BBC News Channels at bbc.co.uk. BBC, we shall vanquish. BBC, do you know why? Because we are Biafrans.
Alright, now what I'm going to add to that is that each time you call me, anytime I'm on air, you have to tell me whether you have called BBC or not. This is very serious, so we can't be taking everything for granted. We hear something on one ear, it goes out on the other ear. No. Whatever we say on the station, whatever the radio station says, is something that should be taken seriously. Not just saying it for saying sake, because these people, the only weapon we have is the media. Our pen, our paper, our camera, our being able to report incidences, because why did we lose the war in the 70s? It's a very simple question. It's a simple question and has a very simple answer. There was no media. BBC with their fake news, they were, this is BBC. They're all fake. They're liars. They're deceiving the world. But, the world is trying to show them, the Chukwokika Abiyama is trying to say that now, Sandales Ade was you there's no doubt we cannot be living in the media in this age. The age of today is the age of technology, the age of media. Everybody's a journalist. One way or the other, you can report something. Even if because most of the time, honestly, the people that have their cameras, what they report is eyewitness. They are there. They are seeing it. They're taking the pictures. No, the BBC will not go there when it's happening. They have to sit in their office. Do what they know how to do, but to manipulate. This is what they thought Nigeria. That's why Nigeria is the way it is today. They do an election in somewhere far away, and then what do they do? They carry the whole vote to Abuja. They sit down and they analyze it. They count it, to see what they can take away and what they can add. That's why that's what they thought them. I remember, a British person actually said something very derogatory about the zoo at the time. That was before now, and is describing the zoo as being very corrupt and everything. And I said to him, something, I know you do a semester in your university about corruption. There's a subject called corruption, how you can deviate money and because these people that are doing this all studied in your country. So you must have taught them what they are doing. So don't make it look like you are angels. No, you're not. You are worse than Satan itself. People can be nice and say, oh, no, it's a British, it's their government. Come off it. I know somebody wants to be modest. He doesn't want to accuse everybody. But the government cannot be different from the people. The government is the people. It's as simple as that. If your government is doing something that you don't like, you vote them out. At least those of you who know how to not manipulate election. But because they are doing the right thing for you, that's why you keep putting them there. So if you call me, please let me know if you've made this call. This call is very, very important. And this advertisement or whatever I call it is very clear. The numbers are there for you to call. If you do not unable to get the number at the first shooting, I assure you I'm still going to air this again later on the program. So get ready with your pen and the paper to take down where you're supposed to call and what you're supposed to say to the people when you call them. Because our leader have already told us that not that what he's saying is strange to some of us, is not. It is not strange because he has always said this from the beginning. He's so consistent. He's so straightforward in what he's saying. The people that are trying to distract us are some mad people that are even going naked in the public. That is Nnamdi Kanu is too much. I'm telling you the truth, because in my lifetime, when I hear certain things, I call them fiction. I say like imagination. People are just saying things, but when you see it happening before your eyes, man, I find that there's something behind. Whenever when they tell you something about spirit and things like that, don't argue about it, because there's no way you can find these things out except you listen. All you do is listen and watch and see if what they say is happening. Some people are going mad now today, getting naked, stripping naked, themselves naked in the public. I saw a video, a picture that deplorable. I just couldn't leave that thing on my phone. I had to delete it because I don't want people maybe run into my phone and start talking about issues like this, something that I know nothing about. These are a bunch of mad people, and the same mad people are still talking. They are talking, they are opening their mouth, and they're saying all kinds of things. So whoever is paying attention to those people and distributing whatever they say, I told you before that bad publicity is publicity. If somebody is mad, or ask a mad to Babuya, and the person on I go to Babuya did not hear, and then you turn around and say, hey, Yoga, only ask you go to Babuya, not the person that said, because the one that he said he never heard it. So these pictures that these mad people are talking, and you're wasting your time distributing it, you are part of the problem. They said silence is golden, isn't it? That's what has been said. I've heard that before. I've heard it many, many times. And I actually believe it. Because Azwanoka, does not mean anything to him. So, but onye noni who was here, thinking that you're destroying that person. No, you're not. You're advertising the person. The person that you met on the wayside, moral history, he covers a lot of things, and when they start exposing it on the outside, especially a woman, not even a young girl, and Mugolomo exposing herself like that, is that the kind of person you want to think about or talk about, or even have the order? Don't even comment on everything that they say. Because it's like or they together. So what we are saying is that make your calls, these calls that have been given out to you, please make them. They are very, very important. Our leader have told us we should be very calm. He wants peace in Biafra land, because only the people that have been saying bad before are the ones that will turn around today and start saying something good. And when they have nothing else to say, in fact, the only way out for them is silence is golden. Don't even worry about it. Those who are relevant, BBC that we're talking about, because they have a media, they are lying and lying and lying, we're going to follow them. Not when then you will grab it and want to talk about it. So it's not even worth it. Our leader have told us what to do, and that's exactly what we do.
No, not at all. What should I do? It's what we expect to have. But I want our people to be very calm. I want Biafra land to be calm and peaceful. Calm and very, very peaceful. We are fighting to defend our people, not to kill them. Yes. We are fighting to defend them. That's why I'm here. I will continue to do so until we get victory.
That's it. Until we get victory. He's continued to be here. He is there. So let's not just pay attention to instructions on the here. This is a consistent person that we know who he is. the person that we are all following. So any other person that is opening his mouth or her mouth on the side is just trying to waste our time, and we don't have time for that. So make your calls to BBC, please. Do not forget, it's very, very important that we make these calls, because as we are the ones that are supposed to carry this story. Don't worry about the people that are distracting us and trying to say things that are not relevant to what we are saying, making it look like they have something to say. So call BBC anytime that you are able to. The information is out there for you. And like I said before, I promised I was going to, before the program, end of the program, I'll be able to aid again for you to be able to get the numbers properly if you did not get it. It is very, very important. And then try to go to the Twitter and make sure that you tweet. Our leader have said it before, how effective it is. And we know that it is actually effective. All we need to do is just tweet. If you don't know how to tweet like me, retweet what somebody has tweeted. Because if you look at it, I try to retweet as much as possible, because for whatever reason, I am not able to assimilate. Or would I say assimilate? Would I use, is that word not proper? Okay. I'm not able to understand the tweeting thing. And somebody has tried to teach me. Unfortunately, my old brain is too old to grab. You know, it's all filled up. All right. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Let us go ahead, and then don't get distracted, please. Do not allow yourself to be distracted by the so-called politics that they are running around doing, because it is not going to yield anything good for us. Absolutely nothing good will come out of it. Like as usual, they will just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and in the end, even a benekane, because I remember Jonathan during his election. I was in the zoo, and the people were just wanted him out for no just reason. It's just the same thing that happened to Donald Trump over here. They want him out. When they want him out, they tend to forget themselves. They are so carried away by the fact that you want this man out, but you don't know that you are taking away. At least they say when you want to eat with the devil, use a long fork. This person might be the devil, but Abia could be the proper Satan. So when the man was living, he said it, you will all miss me, and we did. Because this one we don't die since where they claim say he's still there alive. It really show everybody pepper. But I'm not surprised. It doesn't hurt, because you must have to go through something to get something. The process that Nigerians are going through, in the end, Biafra will be here. Because they're all odds. They're trying everything in their power to go around and castigate us, to say we don't know what we are doing. The British people are running around. They are not even trying to relent. But in the end, Biafra will come. Our prophet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said it in the past. Nothing that he has said that has been useless or not coming to pass. So eventually it will come to pass, and then we will know that.
Welcome to our forum discussion on the roots of prejudice. All four participants in today's discussion are high school students from Africa. Let me introduce them to you now. From Nigeria, Mohamedou Liman, 18 years old.
I'm a Mohammedan, and I have prejudices against Christians too in southern Nigeria.
You said you have prejudices against Christians in southern Nigeria. Is that particularly because they are Christians? I'm a Christian myself, but I have no prejudice against Mohammedans. I have rather prejudice against whites. Am I right?
Let me ask Mohamedou another question. You said at the beginning that you were Mohammedan, that Nini was Christian, that you had some prejudices against Christians.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a fairly frank question. Do you have any sense that Nini from the Gold Coast is less purely African than you are?
Yeah, I often feel that.
Why?
You see, we in Nigeria, and our part of Nigeria, northern Nigeria, we often feel that Africa is for Muslims, not for Christians. It's meant for Muslims. And our social life is entirely different from the Western ways. We are totally opposed to it because it sort of try to disassociate our religious principles.
We were talking a moment ago about discrimination between white and black. Suppose Nini comes to visit you in Nigeria. Would he be discriminated against in any way?
I suppose so, simply because for one reason.
I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners. In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract.
And you listen to that. That is the situation where we find ourselves. This is not something that happened today. This is something that have been there for a long time.
Welcome to our forum discussion on the roots of prejudice. All four participants in today's discussion are high school students from Africa. Let me introduce them to you now. From Nigeria, Mohamedou Liman, 18 years old.
18.
I am a Mohammedan, and I have prejudices against Christians too in southern Nigeria.
You said you have prejudices against Christians in southern Nigeria. Is that particularly because they are Christians? I'm a Christian myself, but I have no prejudice against Mohammedans. I have rather prejudice against whites. Am I right?
Let me ask Mohamedou another question. You said at the beginning that you were Mohammedan, that Nini was Christian, that you had some prejudices against Christians.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a fairly frank question. Do you have any sense that Nini from the Gold Coast is less purely African than you are?
Yeah, I often feel that.
Why?
You see, we in Nigeria, and our part of Nigeria, northern Nigeria, we often feel that Africa is for Muslims, not for Christians. It's meant for Muslims. And our social life is entirely different from the Western ways. We are totally opposed to it because it sort of try to disassociate our religious principles.
We were talking a moment ago about discrimination between white and black. Suppose Nini comes to visit you in Nigeria. Would he be discriminated against in any way?
I suppose so, simply because for one reason.
I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners. In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract.
So that's Ipob. It's just like adult in Asako. If they want to exist, they have no access to anywhere. And the way they are spread all over the country, having businesses, having property, I think Ipob doesn't know what they are talking about. In any case, we should talk to them in the language they understand. We will organize the police and the military to pursue them. That's what we can do, and we will do it.
Let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks. Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war. And secondly,
I want you to understand that this is 2022. It is not over yet. It is over. That's the plan. All these politics that they're running around, P2B, these article, that it's just a waste of time. It is going to come. Those that know better have told us. Whether you want to believe it or you don't want to believe it, it does not really matter. It's not going to change anything. Believe does
the tribal war going on.
It does not really change anything, honestly. Whether you believe it or not, you can lie to yourself by saying, "Oh, it can never happen here." Just like after Reverend Bosu was talking about the Islamization agenda. I know some members of a Christian Association of Nigeria. Oh, it can never happen here. And yesterday I read something about one of them telling their church members that it's tit for tat. They should wake up and carry their arms. And then somebody commented, which is very good. Somebody made a comment that it was interesting. Say because Osibanjo is no more running as the president of the zoo. You people are, the point I'm trying to make is that the bandits, call them terrorists, call them whatever you want. They don't discriminate. When they pick you, they deal with you. Right now, they are killing the younger ones. And these are the people that will be courageous enough to carry the gun to defend you. They are starting with them. When they are done with them, they are coming after all of you. Go market somewhere. Nnamdi Kanu said it many years ago, and they accused him of so many things. Oh, we saw you in California soliciting for arms. He wasn't soliciting for arms to fight anyone. He's only saying get a gun and defend yourself, which is legitimate, which anybody can do anywhere, anytime. But you accused him because you have nothing better to say. You don't want him to take the credit of being the one that has really said something that you think you can say, which you never said. So what we are saying in a nutshell is that the country, the Islamization thing is going on. The man told us very clearly what their plans are. And anybody who is out there who does not want to take this to heart, good luck to you. Because whether you believe it or not, he's not lying. He's giving his message. Even though they got him killed, he died in the end of it. But that's all they can do. But the message remains. His voice is being heard. That he's saying something. He has given us information that we need to take to heart.
And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They are already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They are everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University. I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers and Boko Haram.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya?
No, current. No, they said one of them is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. One of them. And they are not looking for money. They have more than...
So that's a very good message that is being sent out. The reason why I'm repeating this today is that it's not over yet. This is 2022. I told you it's going to happen. So for those of you jumping up and deceiving yourself and lying to yourself and getting involved in the zoo politics, ours, Biafrans, IPOB, we have no business with all that. Our business is the actualization of our sovereign nation, the Republic of Biafra. That's what we're going to get. That's why our leader has been incarcerated. But let them do whatever they like to do. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in charge. Anybody who told them from the beginning of this quest, this journey, that a single microphone with an armed person can bring down what they call the giant of Africa. That's what they call him. With a microphone, with dedicated followers. Not the people that are jumping in from the side to spoil what we are doing. No. Those who went in there without even seeing the man, just hearing his voice alone. You have the feeling that, yes, there are people who know him, who talk to him all the time, who will embrace him and hug him, but there are many of us who never even saw him for once, not for once, except when opportunity called, much after we've been in the organization. So today somebody will come out and open up and start talking nonsense. He's very consistent in what he's saying, and we don't have any cause to doubt him one bit, because he has never said anything. What his words are just like Bible. You know, the words are, take it to the bank, you know, go bounce. Honestly. His words are like a check that will not bounce, that has unlimited source. So our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, remains our leader. No matter what anybody says. Like I said before, unless it's Igbo Egusi, then you can sit down and remove your mind from him and then start diverting issues. Today, many people are beginning to see that the man is right, has been right all the while. But we're not forcing you. We're not asking anybody to become a member of IPOB. You don't have to be. You can believe whatever you like, but you know something? Something that is black will remain black no matter how much, whether you believe in it or not. It's never going to turn white because to convince you. Case in point, somebody came out and said the world was round, right? And they hanged him on the stake. They killed him. Who are you to say the world is round? When the Pope and the rest of them say the world is flat, you can walk to somewhere and fall over the cliff. The world didn't go flat. The world remained round. After trillions of years, they found out that man was right. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has told us the truth. And that truth is the thing that's calling us, leading us to where we are going. We know our destination. Our final destination is Biafra. Whether they like it or they don't like it, Biafra is what we will get, regardless of how they think. Etelji, etelotazi. Biafra is end goal that will come in. Let us open up the lines for you. 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984. 929-406-9953. I'm not going to give you any topic to talk about, because anything you talk about today is relevant to what we're doing. As long as you stay focused, don't deviate from what we are saying. I want you to really have it in your mind that IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, we are not interested in the zoo politics. It has nothing to do with us. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely nothing. We are freedom fighting. That's what we want, our freedom. We are doing it our own way. If you think that the way we are looking for this freedom, it doesn't suit you, you have a choice. The choice is step aside and let us continue with being stupid that we are, the way you think we are. But if you think we are going to change what we are doing, we have a leadership, we have a control, we have somebody who's in charge. And whatever he says to us is what happens. This is Radio Biafra. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Give me a very short break and I'll come in. The lines are open for you anyway.
Think come is the things I don't come again, you know. Oh, come is the success. And the microphone. You don't tell when we the fight for this freedom. You don't tell when we the fight for this freedom. All we need is.
All right, caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my senior brother, Peter. Good afternoon from here.
Ndeo.
My name is Mazi Iyke. I'm calling from Austria, and by the special grace of Biafra, I am the IPOB Austria National PRO. Mazi, I just want to thank you this afternoon from here. And before I proceed, I just want to say to continue to bless you, give you the strength to keep on doing this work, which you have been doing for long, and Biafrans appreciate what you are doing, and God will give you long life, and you will see Biafra and your family.
Thank you, sir.
And I will never fail to thank our leader Mazi Iyke, the man who gave us this platform, that through this microphone, today IPOB has become what it is. The whole world knows about us. And all we are asking is just one thing: referendum from the zoo called Nigeria, that our people will decide our fate if they want to continue to stay in that dungeon or not. Keep on guiding him, protect him, even as he's suffering right now in the hands of the enemy. We ask you, destroy his enemy before they come close to him, and most especially grant him freedom, unconditional release, that he will come and rejoin us at the end. We can be able to restore Biafra. This is my prayer, and so shall it be in the name of Chukwuka Biamo. He said. Mazi Iyke Peters, the truth about it is that what is happening in that zoo called Nigeria is unbelievable. I wonder how some people today will still believe that the PVC is going to solve their problem. Though we are not part of what they are doing. IPOB, what we are fighting for is completely desolation of that country. That we want to free ourselves, because years that we've been trying to manage to see if we can be able to, manage to stay in that zoo called Nigeria. It has not been helpful. Rather, we are suffering year by year, running away from our country because we are looking for daily meal, because we want to survive. Most of us run away out of our land because we are not finding it funny anymore. And this is why when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu call for this agitation of freedom, most of us that are pure in heart, we heard him without even seeing his face, without even knowing where he's broadcasting. We join and to make sure that we will free ourselves, so that our children, most especially we here in diaspora, all our children all over the world, where we have given birth to them, they can be able to have a country of their own, where they can be proud enough to say, this is where I'm coming from. Because it doesn't matter how our children, how they try to integrate where they are born. Mazi, they still know that they are foreigners. Yes. Here in Austria, we speak German. They call them Auslander. It doesn't matter how you speak the German language. At the end of the day, if the teachers don't tell you the children that they are playing with, we call them this name, and immediately they heard this name, they will know that they came from somewhere. So this is not what we want our children to suffer. We want to get a country whereby they can be proud of. If you get them angry, they can be able to carry their bag and go back where they will be respected. And this is what is propelling us. It's not because after all somehow we will die, but we will never want our children to pass through what we have gone through in life. So this is why we say it's either Biafra or Biafra or Biafra. And I want to let those of them calling for this PVC. We are not. We don't say don't go and take PVC. What we are saying is, all I'm advocating is that as you are taking the PVC, make sure you get your guns and bullets, because they are going to kill you again. Just the way they kill you in NSAS. Today, have they ever arrested any one of them that killed you in NSAS? Have they ever put anybody in prison because of the shooting that took place in NSAS that gunned down hundreds of people? None of them, all of them are separated. So be ready once again to die. All of you shouting obituary, shouting Tinubu that have epileptic, suffering from I don't know what to say. Old man who can urine in his cloth. The other one is a criminal. So all of you, if you want to survive, better fight for completely desolation of that country. And if you say you want to remain in that zoo, imagine that kind of told all of you, the more you want to stay in the zoo, the more you remain in miserable life, the more your life is miserable. Yes. So earlier the better these youths will understand that they are going in completely right in a wrong track, because the zoo is dead. Nigeria is dead. Look at how they are going to churches now, shooting people dead, even killing Reverend Fathers, Mazi.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like I don't. It's not that I'm happy, but on I do something to touch some certain people so that they will know that these innocent poor people that are dying, they are also human beings. So earlier the better. They begin to do something, or all of them will look at the other one telling the congregation for them not to go and get run. They should go and look for Pinama. They can use it. How can somebody carry AK-47? You are fighting with the horn of a cow. How possible can that be?
Thank you, my brother.
Nigeria evil, and we must keep on doing what we are doing. All we are asking to Biafra is to release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, as we are fighting to make sure he's being released. This is our target, and also to restore Biafra. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Let's go, bless you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Bless you so much. All right, thank you so much. You know, this brings by mind what my brother is saying. Okay, let me take this call because this person has been calling, and let me just oblige him and take this call. Caller on WhatsApp, tell us your name and where you're calling from. All right, I'm sorry, the line just dropped. So what I was trying to say is I was listening to one of the televangelists, and he said to his members that to end the Christian churches in Nigeria is just simple. See, if every one Sunday they go there, they bomb one church there. Then Sunday they go, they bomb another church. That in the third Sunday, nobody will ever go to church again. The church is over. And that is what they are aiming at. Because this morning I received something that I thought I was going to read out about the bombing that they did in the church. They went in there to do it in Anambra State, to be precise. I saw it this morning. Let me look for it and see if I can read it out. They went to blow a church up. They got caught. Okay, look at the breaking news. It says 4 Fulani terrorists sneaked into Awada Grace of God Church this evening in Anambra State in an effort to bomb the church. As few people were still in the church, one of them was captured and burnt to ashes, while 3 of them escaped and ran into the Nigerian military barracks in that area. They ran into the barracks because they are the ones organizing it. They're telling you a story. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said this before. He wasn't the only one that said it. Yeah? He started with Bosu. Bosu said it that this is total Islamization. The same church that they are burning today. Their pastor said, oh no, it can never happen here. They can never Fulanize us. In the name of Jesus. Omar. Jesus will come and fight for you. When Jesus has given somebody the knowledge to go out there and tell you what's going to happen, you expect him to come down and fight. You are all going to see what you have never seen before, because no matter what you do, no matter how much you try to stop these people, they are not going to stop, because they have an agenda that has built up for many, many years, that Babangida was the one that supported them. That is where they are still going. You know, it's like Frankenstein. They created a monster that they are not able to control. I know that wherever they are today, they are wishing that they didn't do what they did. But you know something? It has been done, and these people are here in our bushes, in our forests, everywhere, in the coastal region. When they are saying that they did that, they are all there. According to them, they are waiting. But you know something? Our leader told us, be calm. Be calm, because he even said it in the past, that they will come. They will kill us, we will kill them. In the end, those that are left will not have a place to go, because Boko Haram must have taken over their place. Of course, that is what is happening today. They already taken it over, and there is nothing any of them can do.
An iPad here, and you have access to the internet right here. I will just invite you, please go online straight away and go to wikipedia.org, Wikipedia, and type into the search engine Abuja Declaration 1989, and this information will come up. Islam in Africa held a conference in Abuja in 1989. At the end of it, they issued a declaration, and it goes to eradicate in all its forms and ramifications all non-Muslim religions in member nations. Such religions shall include Christianity. Now please note that word. To eradicate in all its forms and ramifications. Now Nigeria is a member nation. All non-Muslim religions, such religions shall include Christianity. The word Christianity in the communique was underlined. To ensure only Muslims are elected to all political posts of member nations, to ensure the appointment of only Muslims into strategic national and international posts of member nations, to ensure the ultimate replacement of all Western forms of legal and judicial systems with the Sharia. Then to make sure that this strategy works, because it's going to require money. Babangida, as the self-appointed president of Nigeria, put his hand into the treasury of Nigeria, took $21 billion out and gave it to OIC, to the Islamic Development Fund of OIC, and said, take this money for the total, I'm quoting, for the total Islamization of Nigeria in particular and Africa in general. Babangida paid $21 billion of our money to turn Nigeria into an Islamic nation. And they have started. Boko Haram, don't look at it as something that is isolated to the northeast. It is meant to cover the entire nation until Christianity is eradicated in all its forms and ramifications. There are two ideologies inside the Nigerian constitution. Let me show you something. Sharia is mentioned in your constitution 73 times. Islam 28 times. Grand Qadi 54 times. Muslim 10 times in the Nigerian Constitution 1999. There is no single mention of Christ in the Nigerian Constitution. No single mention of Christian in the Nigerian Constitution. No single mention of Christianity in the Nigerian Constitution.
All right. This was 1989 he's talking about. But let's go way back. In 1965, a young student in London being interviewed by BBC, they went on a debate. He's 18 years old. 1965. Listen, that was the clip that I played before. I want you to listen to this. Just listen, because it has to do with what this man is saying.
Welcome to our forum discussion on the roots of prejudice. All four participants in today's discussion are high school students from Africa. Let me introduce them to you now. From Nigeria, Mohamedou Liman, 18 years old.
18 years old.
I am a Mohammedan, and I have prejudices against Christians too in southern Nigeria.
You said you have prejudices against Christians in southern Nigeria. Is that particularly because they are Christians? I am a Christian myself, but I have no prejudice against Mohammedans. I have rather prejudice against whites. Am I right?
Let me ask Mohamedou another question. You said at the beginning that you were Mohammedan, that Nini was Christian, that you had some prejudices against Christians.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a fairly frank question. Do you have any sense that Nini from the Gold Coast is less purely African than you are?
Yeah, I often feel that.
Why?
You see, we in Nigeria, and now part of Nigeria, northern Nigeria, we often feel that Africa is for Muslims, not for Christians. It's meant for Muslims.
This is in 1965. A young student. Listen to what he's saying. And you expect us to go out there and talk about election like that? I have a call. Let me take this before I continue. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mazi Iyke.
Please turn down your listening device.
Good morning. I have done this.
All right. Welcome to the program.
Okay. What I want to say here is our people, those that are canvassing for PVC. All of us have seen what they do in Obaro and what they do. The picnic, I call it picnic. The the picnic they do in Uli. E-money and Kobano that give 100 million for security in Anambra State. After 2 days, military lights up the picnic of blood beds in our own brothers. Up till now, I'm just waiting patiently in their wall and in their Twitter. They have never come out and tweet and condemn what military has done, the barbaric, what military has done in Anambra State. But they are the people canvassing for PVC. All the way people call themselves celebrity, shouting for PVC. I want to ask a simple question. If you don't have life, how can you vote? If you are not, if somebody cannot protect your life, but the person tried to tell you to come and you are stupid. Somebody cannot protect you. When they were killing you, the person will not talk. They are killing you, the person will not talk. The person keep quiet. After they have killed you finish, the person will tell your remains to go and take PVC and vote. Are you not stupid? So-called celebrities in other world, in other countries, their celebrity defend their people. That is why they call him celebrity. The people in government, they call them excellency. There is no excellency in them. All of them from A to Z, there is nothing excellency in them. They are killing people, doing everything. They are still asking you to go and take PVC. Do they tell them that this PVC can solve this matter?
I don't know.
The foundation of that country has been broken. Relax and follow what IPOB is doing. Support the leadership of IPOB. They are the only moving trend. They are the only people who show you where to go. They are the only people speaking on behalf of you. Only IPOB do press release. Do it. Your clergyman cannot do it. Your politician cannot do it. Your businessman cannot do it. Your so-called billionaires cannot do it. Till today, how many days today? The picnic is still going on. The picnic is still going on with our people blood. No people can tell them to stop apart from IPOB. And you are there fighting IPOB. And you are there picking your PVC. The PVC you are picking is bullets that will come upon your head. We will be watching you people.
Yes.
And you people will come back home disgraced. We will go nowhere. We are here. The only people that will die are those people that refuse to hear what the message of Mazi Iyke. When Mazi Iyke were saying this thing, most of you think that he's drunk. Most of you called him many names. Nnamdi is in jail because of me and you. Because of the information he gave us today. He's the most hated man in Nigeria before. Every person hates him because he said the truth. But people are copying him today. He's still there. Till today. Can't you? President, he say no. Take oil where he say no. What do you want? He say Biafra. It's me and you. We can have all those things and go. Where do you want us to give you a mansion? Choose any part of this world, the most expensive country in this world. Where do we start from? Dubai. He said no. All I need is let my people be safe. Give me seaport, give me international airports. Give me good road, give me hospital. Give me medication, give me this. They say no. The next thing they bring Operation Paradise to come and kill him. Do we supposed to beg for you to stand with IPOB leadership?
No.
They do supposed to talk this PVC. Do you supposed to look the person? You're supposed to pour spit on that person that telling you about PVC. They are just deceiving you.
Yes.
Stop this your short memory. Stop this short memory. If you don't have memory, go and buy one and put in your head so that you will get sense. Mazi Iyke, my veteran. God bless you, sir.
God bless you, my brother.
God bless you, sir.
God bless you. God bless you so much, very, very much, very, very much, because you've said it all, and I love what you said, honestly. That's an ugly watching today. Very many of them are beginning to think twice. You know, all these, youths, the so-called celebrities. Okay, they are celebrities. That's what they are. That's what they call themselves. But celebrity doesn't really necessarily mean that you have brain, you know. And I remember in those days, I wouldn't call her a girlfriend, but I'll call her just a friend that visited me. And she came to me and we're talking, and finally she spent about 2 days, and the third day she was going back to school. She was in the university at the time, and she said to me, you know, when we look at you so-called celebrities, I don't forget this, was in the 70s. when you look at you, we think you are different from other people. You are just the same. It's just that your ego, whatever you are doing, is covering your real self. You are not just what people think you are. So that's exactly what this is going about. That somebody's a celebrity doesn't mean that it necessarily mean that he's intelligent. No. His life might be so messed up. That's why it's good to always hide them, because if you go close to them, you discover that it's not even worth it. What you're doing about them, what you're thinking about them, what is the energy you are adding to be part of them is not worth it. Because these people are just worthless and useless people like me. They have no brain. All they do is just write the song and sing and walk the street, and you want to associate yourself with them. It's sometimes better not to even associate with them, because the moment you associate with them, you discover that this man is a total fool. He's a bloody idiot that knows nothing. It's very common with us. That somebody's in the movie, what you are seeing is a clock. You are seeing, there was a celebrity who was asked one time on TV, why are you not married? And she said something that was very interesting. He said, who do you want to marry? Is it me or the person you see on TV? Because you don't even know me. What you see on TV is like a cloth that is covering me, and you want to come and marry me. You have to be very, very sure that you know what you want to do. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my dear brother. Hi, Peters. Good afternoon.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yes, hi, Peters. Thank you for having me. Thank you for another new day that you have time to educate Biafrans again. I say, God bless you, my brother. Mazi, you said they have extended our, campaign against the BBC broadcaster. Because I know that it ended the 1st of July.
Yes, it's been extended.
Extended till when then?
Till whenever we ask you to stop. I don't know. Okay. The guy announced when it will stop, but at least continue doing it for now until when it is time to stop it, we'll let you know.
Okay. So we continue our campaign, right?
Yes. Very much.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, thank you for that information. Mazi, I just want to take the opportunity to greet Biafrans and greet our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi says something here. It says some pastors now are campaigning to their congregation or to their members to defend themselves. Mazi, now they have known that it's not buying sticker or buying holy water or buying granite oil to defend themselves. No, holy water cannot help them again. Stickers can never help them again. Defend yourself. But you know what baffles me? Adebayo calls his member to defend themselves, and he tells them, not with gun. How can they defend themselves if it's not with gun? Are they going to defend themselves with empty hand or what? He said defend yourself with what then? As you say, without gun. Do you know why he said that? He's afraid that when he mentioned defend yourself with gun, then the government will come against him. They will tell him, so you're initiating your members to be carrying gun. That is against the law. That's why he said defend yourself without gun. How can you defend yourself without gun? You see these church members, what they call the general overseers. Man, they are just like a politicians. They never stand straight. They beat like this, they beat like this. That's the way they are. You tell your member to defend themselves because you know that what is coming is more than sticker and more than olive oil. Now you tell them without gun. How can they defend themselves? That's my question. Can somebody answer me? How can they defend themselves without gun? Is it with stick or is it with knife? He didn't mention this, but he said without gun. Now that's number one. Mas, number two, I know we are not in politics. We are against politics, but sometimes we have to talk a little bit about it. Let our people that are listening know what is going on. Mas, those that be campaigning, jumping up or be obituary or obedient or what are that. Do you know when they call Peter Obi to come to London, the 10 down street in London? They tell him that he don't have any chance in PDP, that he have to jump to Labour Party. And Peter Obi, they convince him now he's not in Labour Party. Do you know what is going on now? One saw one Peter Obi to become a running mate. That is what's going on now. Now I'm asking those that are running their mouth saying Peter Obi, obedient. If Peter Obi now become the running mate of Kwankwaso, What are you going to do with your PVC? Are you still going to vote for P2B as a president or as a vice president? Because this is what's going on now. Believe in me, they're going to convince P2B now to become Kwankwaso a vice president. He's no more president. Mas, this is how the way they roll. This is our politicians. They never stand one place. They just running like a Kwankwaso from here to there. That's the way they are. If believe in me, you will hear it. Kwankwaso will take it to be as a running mate, and that's how it's going to be. Because he never strong way. I just campaigning, jumping on Facebook and everywhere. People think that he is making way. It's not going nowhere. He going nowhere. You know, when they ask this Kwankwaso, why can't you become running mate of P2B? He say, no, I cannot become running mate of P2B. They ask him why. He said, because the Northerner will not vote for him if he become running mate of P2B. That P2B is supposed to be a running mate. If he and Kwankwaso become running mate of P2B, the Northerner will not vote for him. Do you see the mentality of these Fulani people? This superiority they're playing, that they're the more superior than any other person. That's the way they behave, Maz. I hate these people, believe in me. I hate them and I hate our politicians. Maz, I'm sorry to use this language. Thank you for having me and God bless you. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. The truth is that what we say, and we're still saying it, that we are not interested in the zoo politics.
Biafrans, do not be distracted. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, are not interested in the zoo politics. Freedom is our goal, and freedom is all that we will get very soon.
Freedom is all we're going to get very soon. That's correct. So we're not interested. They can do whatever they want to do. Kwankwaso this, the other one that. We know what we want. We want our Biafra. Our freedom is what matters to us, and that's where we're going. We never started the agitation because there was no good president in Nigeria, so we had nothing to do with it. Nigeria is a demented, fallen nation. It's a nation that has a faulty foundation, and we already cried that that foundation could have been lifted if they had lifted it when we wanted. Give us the conditions. The conditions, I believe, that made it very clear. You know, give us good schools, good roads, change, you know, give us international airports where we can go and do our own thing, and nobody wants to do it. What they're going to do is to lie, and they replace a dead president with somebody who wasn't even voted for, because they know our brain. You know, our brain is not properly structured, to be honest with you. Because when you look at these so-called celebrities, let me use that word, you think they are smart. No, the smartness is on that. It's like somebody, I read in a book, somebody said angels, they have only one job. That the angel who is taught to cook rice, all he knows is how to cook the rice. He will not go and make eba, because that's what he's made to do. The celebrities, they have one way. That thing that you see them doing is what they are made to do. When it comes to the other, for them, first of all, when you start, they look at you like a jobless person. You know, they look down on you. They think, because they are not in reality, they don't face the real world. The world they are in is entirely different from you. You don't feel the grassroots. As soon as you get away from that poverty and you run in, maybe you have a hit song, and then it becomes one, you make that hit, and then all of a sudden you have become a celebrity and everybody's running after you. You forget about the plight of other people. You want the world to continue the way it is because you are afraid of going back to the nuisance that you are. The real celebrity is one who can denounce it. Say, you know something? Enough is enough, I'm out of here. Then you face reality and face it squarely. So whatever they do doesn't surprise a lot of people. I don't know if it surprises you, but for me, it is the same thing. There's nothing. These people are celebrities, yes. You know, they are followers. But I told you, in all honesty, if you go down the route and know the person you're following, you will call yourself the biggest fool, because Onya has no brain at all. So it's always good to keep them in that cloud, you know, cover them up, let them use that celebrity status. One small thing, you know that the Onya is not even worth having a discussion with. Think of what he is. I'm not looking down on them, but like what I'm trying to say is that thing that he's doing, that people are following him off, is what he's meant to do. That's the only thing he knows how to do. He cannot deviate. So when they start shouting, like my brother asked a very good question here, the same people that are shouting, the celebrities that are lifting their hands and folding their fists and saying everything, they were part of has started the what they call it, the NSAS? Have they asked themselves, now wait a minute, people were killed on NSAS, what happened to the people that killed them? Nobody has said anything about it. Gradually, the same people are raising their fist again. It's because they are not thinking, they are not normal people. There is something wrong with them. They show your fist. But the truth is, are you for real? NSAS, they murdered some kids. Nobody is saying anything about it. I have a call. Call her on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning. Call her on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yeah, Mazi Iyke. Good afternoon from here.
Welcome.
I'm calling from Biafra land, blessed land of Biafra.
Welcome.
Beside you. Thank you, our veteran. Mazi, thank you very much for your good work. Make I start from thanking Chukwu Okuka Abiyama, because we always remember our God, because he made us to understand that our leader, he is going to send a true leader for us who can liberate us. That's why he's sending our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who fear no one, who say no to corruption, who say no to evil control called Nigeria, who said no to their oil wealth, who said no to all the political appointments. What he wants is the true freedom of his own people. That is our leader. We will continue thanking Chukwu Okuka Abiyama, praising him because he made us proud. Chukwu Okuka Abiyama, bless our leader and guide him. You send him to go and do the work. Protect him and protect our leaders, which he selected. He moving around throughout the whole world and selected them to help him and parole this our affair. May him guide our DOS, all the leader presenters, all the true Biafrans who are working seriously to make sure that we are free from this evil contraction called Nigeria. In the name of Chukwu Okuka Abiyama. Ise. Mazi, you know, when we talk about all these people we call elite and our leaders who are in the zoo politics doing their things, I wonder how they always think when they are asleep. Because number one, see this Fulani that they always say that Fulani 2,000 or 50,000 surrendered. Is when they are gathered them, they'll just join them with army uniform, keeping them there, give them high rankings, knowing that our people must call them to give them some of military people. When the useless our governors call them to give them some military personnel that will send all the Boko Haram, they are already joined with the Nigerian Army, give them clothes, that will just come down here, starting killing people, starting killing us everywhere. How can are you as Igbo man, as a Biafran, you are into army, you are there, and you are in the office, and from nowhere, people send another troop to you, and you look at their rank, you see that they are more ranking than you, and they can never speak English. They can never pronounce something well, and you keep quiet. They are moving around, killing our people. These evil politicians, no matter what, I hate these people. I call them Fulani people. Why we were keeping quiet? Because our leaders are directing us what to do, because these people have made us look like we are people that map out to kill, and they are keeping quiet, inviting Boko Haram every time to our land to kill us. Look at these religious leaders who are campaigning this and that. See, I say this. If these people did not come out and say, release Nnamdi Kanu, he did not do anything, they never start. Because you must say the truth first. What are they offense our leader? You are there telling your own congregation to find something and defend themselves. Now, Tata, I call them Kokoloko, Chefogo. You must to say something about Nnamdi because our leaders saying this thing. Let everybody hear it. Now everybody now jumping up and down. Let them talk about our leader first. Release him. He did nothing to them. What he speak is the truth. And that is the truth. Everybody are talking now. But now it's too late. Fulani is already surrounded everywhere. Going around killing people. Look at what is happening in Obalo. Soludo, any life of Biafran you waste, you must to pay 100 times because we want you. Leave Nigerian people alone. We are Biafran, we are not Nigeria. And you come out, the first thing you say is that you cannot rebuild Anambra while other people, while criminal is in the bush. And now you show that your own handwriting. Killing people, going village. This village people you go kill, what is their offense? What is their offense? Let everybody stand and ask this guy. Let him not be the number 2 hopes of them, because this time we cannot take it anymore. These people are coming steady, killing us. We are not doing anything. We are trying to save our people from Fulani people that are killing our mothers in the farm. Those people are now coming out to kill us again. Now he started it in Anambra. They are now going out and burning our house, killing our people who don't know anything. Even those people they are killing don't know what we are doing, but you are killing us. Because you invited Boko Haram, you invited terrorists to come and kill us. Let everybody speak now. All the elders, all the Igbes who are in Biafra land, raise up. The way they are killing us is getting out of hand. Not when we move around now, deal with the nonsense animal now. Everybody will jump up and down and telling that they are killing each other. But now they are not. Everybody have keeping mood. All their evil medias are now keeping mood when they are killing our people who did nothing because we have already mapped out to kill with Boko Haram. No problem. We are under your care. Help us to fight this battle because those people have dealt with us so much. Thank you very much, Mazi Peter. May Elohim bless you.
All right. Thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still broadcasting live in New York City. I just received a message from a pastor. I don't want to call his real name, but he sent me an information here which I've not verified it, but I think I still need our people to listen to it. It says it was coming breaking news. And they say this information is coming from a reliable Islamic source from Turkey that pleaded anonymous. A terrible war is coming into Nigeria. A group of anyway, I'm reading this because this is not like a story that is strange, that is new. But let me just read it because the gentleman that sent it to me, probably, please plead with me to make sure that I air it. I will do that. It says a terrible war is coming into Nigeria. A group of Islam are coming into Nigeria with their weapons to attack Nigerians. Oh, wow. Most especially Christians. Many lives will be wasted within few days, and this battle will start from the north, including Abuja city. Nigerians, this is the end of democracy and the end of blood. Nigerian blood will flow. This is the end of democracy and end of Nigeria. Blood will flow like water. Not finished. These Islamic groups that are coming will enter Nigeria through ships, boats, as rivers, and depart with the help of Islamic states and Islamic leaders that sponsored them. The purpose of them coming with war is to establish Islamic nation in Nigeria before the total breakup of Nigeria. The only reason they want to come now is because a big referendum is coming into Nigeria very soon. And if that happens, they will greatly lose. Please pray for northern Christians, Middle Belt, and especially Igbo land, because they are the target. The British government has called on their citizens to move out of Nigeria without any delay. The USA government has withdrawn their citizens and shut down their embassies in Abuja. Christians are, is this a true story or what? Their embassies in Abuja, Christians are about to be wiped out in Nigeria. God will fight for us in this country as he fought for the Israelites with a single angel overnight. In Jesus' name, mighty name. IJMN. Also, okay. Say, pass this information to off. Well, my dear brothers, whoever sent this, and thank you for forwarding this or sending it to me, but there is nothing new in this. It's expected. We are waiting for it to come, to happen. It didn't start today. What I played about Reverend Bosu was exactly the same thing that you're saying right now, as if it's a, you know, like I said, the problem with us, both the Christians, the so-called Igbo elites, is they don't want to give credit where credit is due. Everything that you guys are saying today have been said before by Mazi Nnamdi over and over and over. You chose not to listen to the radio station. That's your right. You don't have to listen. But when you are so backward in the news that you think you're doing yourself a favor, you are making a fool of yourself. I know I have somebody, a very dear friend of mine, who is part of what I am saying today. He never believed, even though I'm on radio, all he's interested in telling me about is, you know, the zoo be looking for you. I said, you know, don't worry about me and the zoo, because those things don't mean anything to me. Anytime I'm ready to travel, if you want to know if I can travel, buy me a ticket and I'll go and I'll come back and nothing will happen. They have no business with me. I have no business with them. My business is the truth that I speak, which is what I have been taught to speak. The truth, the gospel truth about the situation. If it's affecting every one of us, it's affecting everybody. So now this fellow that I'm telling you will get some information. He'll be jumping that he's gotten a very good information. He will send it to me and I'll smile at him and say, this information you're sending is about 3 years old. He goes, how come you don't ever appreciate anything I do? I say, I do appreciate it, but I'm only telling you that you are so backward in the information that you are out of touch with reality. That these things you're bringing in is not something new. During the Ipob saga, he's a guy who grew up in Lagos, even though he's not from there. He's very much attached to Yoruba. Oh, Igbo, every day Igbo. Then he will send me information and I'll tell him, listen, I don't trust these people. Everything he's trying to do, he's not even in the book yet as a freedom fighter. In my book, no. Now when he goes through jail and goes through people trying to kill him and still comes out and says the same thing, then I'll put him in my book. Because we have a leader like that. They have not done everything to kill him. He's still there. He's still talking. He's still saying what he's saying. He's not changing. He's consistent with what he's saying. So when Igboho issue came up, my friend was like, oh, yeah. I said, no. I'm not saying that he's not going to do well. But for now, but not kind of a preamble. It's still a children's show. You know, those days we go to cinema. They say, they don't start the show. You say, no, not supporting. What he's saying is supporting. He has not really seen the real thing. Look at the small threats. All of a sudden, he's not talking anymore. I'm not saying he should come out and die. No. But if you don't have the courage to finish what you started, don't start it in the first place. Don't do it half and half and then run away from being killed or for somebody, because obviously they will come after you unless you're not honest. If you come after the issues like this, the federal government of Nigeria will come down, will descend on you. So if you know that you're not going to be able to stand them, or you're not going to be able to consistent in what you're doing, just stay on the side and follow somebody who has the power to do it, who has the courage to do what you cannot do, because that is what is happening today. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, very, very consistent. We don't have him too. Umuro part 2. This was Nnamdi Kanu part 1 and no. It's Nnamdi Kanu or Nnamdi Kanu. There's no other extension. So we can run around and make all the noise we want, say all the ideas, sell all the ideas, try to see if we get people. Stop fooling yourselves. Whoever you are, stop making a jest of yourself, because you don't have the balls, you don't have the courage, you don't have the sense. So my brother, thank you very much. One more time I say thank you for sending me this clip, but I'm going to say you can abo kwa digwe. Tangela de was sandales and I go sandales because these are information that we've gotten before and will remain. All we are saying is be very, very consistent. Do not get involved in the zoo. I wouldn't say don't get involved. That's the wrong language. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, we are not interested in what the zoo is doing. Whatever they are doing is left for them. We are not interested in their politics. Their politics don't mean anything to us because it's a worthless venture that is not going to earn anybody any dividend. They're going to fall on the wayside. All the celebrities that are jumping and throwing their fists and throwing all kinds of good music out there. It's okay. You have the right to do it. But you know something? Have you ever asked yourself this question? What happened to the people that killed the children at NSAS? What happened to them? That was, this is your doing now. If you are putting this same effort. In fact, I wouldn't even say you don't put the effort, because what you are doing now, now, that is the end of it. You're crying and shouting about go get your PVC, as if PVC is the problem we have in Nigeria. After all, Abiola won the election with the so-called PVC. What happened to him? You have the same problem. You have a demented country. You have a country that has no structure. You have a building that is collapsing, a building whose foundation is rotten to the core, that needs to be pushed down and excavated from the ground. And you're still patching. You're still saying, oh, go make sure you buy a Lumako window. A Lumako window is the best. It's the best that will keep this structure. The house is falling apart, my brother. Stop fooling yourself. Stop fooling yourself. If the effort you guys are putting in this thing is the same effort that you go out there in the street and say, you know something? We are not going to agree to anything unless you restructure this nation. Put the same effort. In 2 days, just sit at home, block the street, don't kill anybody. Take your cooking pot, your bed, and everything, stay in the street. I bet you in 2 weeks, Nigeria will be a better place. That country that you're talking about, you're fooling yourself. Say PVC. PVC can not do you anything. We're not interested, but we have ears anyway. We are hearing. If I tell you I don't read and I don't see what is going on, of course I do. But the truth is, we are not interested. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, our quest is our freedom. If you tell me tomorrow that you're going to have a referendum, we'll come out there and be with you. And come out to the street and fold our fists like you're doing. But if you're folding your fists because you think your referendum, you think your life depends on PVC or whatever you call it, you are a foolish person that is not thinking very, very well. I have a call. Let me take this one. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon. This is Nnamdi from the Holy Land of
Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, Daddy. Please, I want to make it brief, but it's a kind of question which will be answered maybe after henceforth from the office of Obiano, or sorry, Peter B. How.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, well. This reconnecting. There is okay, go ahead, sir. You're back.
This
I don't think your Wi-Fi is not connected properly. You have to move away from the area where you are. Well, we're not hearing you. It's connecting again and again and again, and we don't really have enough time. So what I would suggest to you is call us back. Let me just shout you out. Call us back, and then we'll see if it's going to connect. If it connects, then we'll continue from there. So this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are still here. Don't forget to make your calls to BBC. It's very, very important. It's not over yet. It was concluded, but then we have extended the time, the date, and it's very, very clear that you'll be able to make this call because it's part of the thing that we are doing.
Biafra, worldwide phone call campaign alert continues. BBC, a propaganda machine and racist media set up.
All right, I think I will close the program with this announcement, but let me take this phone call again because my brother has come back again. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
That is still I still have to say this. Because I want you to find a way through his FM station or maybe a kind of town hall meeting, calling the pastors and the reverend fathers and also every elite within his unit, not making it at random national level. Just call it a roundtable conversation with those people. Then we want to ask you a question. What is it that is made behind the constitution of Nigeria that have given you faith that if eventually you become a vice president of Nigeria and you only to whoever they call his name and you successfully emerge as having that position, what makes you think that you're going to establish that same thing the IPOBians are looking for, which is freedom for Biafrans? Now, I would want to know that passage, that particular part of the Constitution that the name that it is only the man running it up, either the vice president or whatever position you think you will be, then the Constitution will allow you to get Biafra for the people. Because what we're saying is not about walking Niger or whatever bridge for us. We're not talking about building the roads that are dilapidated. We're not talking about giving us free education. We are not talking about doing any other thing that has been in the book that they should do as an immunity, as a servant to the people, not as the controller of the people. Now, we are asking you, what is in our heart is that we need freedom. When we have freedom, we can build our nation the way we want it. When we have freedom, those boys doing Banku in River State will not start risking their lives, walking all the streets of, or maybe in the forest, looking for how to survive. And the police will move out of the road because it is when they hear that these guys are running a bunker, they will sit on every checking point, collecting 1,000 to 2,000 from these boys. In a gallon of diesel, they will spend 60,000 naira for a gallon of diesel of 20 liters. And the reason is because they want to survive. So all I'm saying is that people will tell us how you can survive to give us this freedom. And we will relax and let you go. Because if you don't do that, you are bearing a cost forever to your generation. Please, you people should wake up and know that you're not insulting you people.
Thank you.
You people are the ones making the whole world mock at you. Thank you, Daddy. Bye.
All right, thank you very much. We don't have any more time. Like I said before, the final note is that we are not interested in the zoo politics. Whatever they are doing right.
Of Biafra.
Listen to this.
BBC, your media war propaganda of 1967 that led to the genocide of over 3.5 million Biafrans, men, women, and children, did not stop us. Do you know why? Because we are the sons and daughters of the great lion from the tribe of Biafra. Our minds are made up. Your shenanigans, antics, and fake gutter media will not stop us either. We must and shall restore Biafra. Biafra worldwide phone call campaign alert continue. Now pay close attention. Be polite when you call BBC and
and use the following prompt when you call. Hello, my name is. You tell them your name. I am calling to ask about BBC policy of propaganda against the victims of genocide. Since you are obsessed with telling lies about Biafrans, here are 5 more questions to consider. Now, this is the question to ask BBC. We are witnesses to BBC racist coverage of terrorism, implying that black Africans' lives don't matter. Yet the same BBC rallies the whole world at the slightest terrorist incident in the United Kingdom. Here is the second question. But when it comes to Nigeria, BBC not only hides terrorist killings, but they slander the victims and survivors of terrorism and genocide. The third one. When will the grand patrons of lies and hypocrisy, the BBC Fake News Network, make a documentary about the daily slaughtering of Nigerians by Fulani terrorists and the government of Nigeria, whom you protect, so that London may plunder Biafrans' resources? The fourth question. Is the oil and gas of Biafra the reason that BBC is obsessed and terrified by the agitation for freedom by the victims of 400 years of British colonial thievery and crimes against humanity? And the fifth one, we call on the good people of the world to ask BBC and UK government why it aids and abates the genocide in Nigeria by spreading lies, propaganda, and disinformation against Biafran freedom fighters. BBC, we know that you are United Kingdom government agents of imperialism with no modicum of shame.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. That information will continue from the next broadcaster, because I'm sure that he's going to air it over and over and over. For you to get all the information, at this point, we have to make room for USA 1 that is coming in. Don't forget something that is very, very important, very crucial about what I've said today. We are not interested in whatever they are doing in the zoo. We are not. We are IPOB. Our quest is our freedom. Freedom is our goal. That's all we're asking for. We want to be free. The biggest election that we can ever take part in is a referendum. Referendum to determine whether we still want to remain in that thing called Nigeria or not. Anything besides that has nothing to do with IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. We are Biafrans. It doesn't matter who they make the president of Nigeria. It does not mean nothing to us. We're not interested in all that. We've made it very, very clear. Our quest is for our freedom. And our freedom is all we're going to get, regardless of what anybody or anywhere, anything anybody thinks about it. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. If you don't like it, you don't like what we are doing, you are free to make your own choice and decide on what you want to do. But for us, Biafra is our religion. And on Radio Biafra, that's what we pursue. One more time I say happy birthday to America. From here, from me, it's goodbye. See you again tomorrow sometime.
The last hope we have is in Biafran restoration.